Hello and welcome to another episode of TM Travel Vlogs. Today we're going to be looking at the top 5 essential tips you need to know before you come travelling. Number 5 is going to be doing your CBT. That is your motorbike license. You can do it on an automatic, i.e. you can learn to do it on a moped. The reason I say that is because when you come to Asia, especially places like Thailand, you're going to be wanting to drive a moped around. You can get grabs, etc., and in some places they are incredibly cheap. However, the best way we found for things like exploring, meeting up with people, etc., was always driving a moped there, and you get a good amount of freedom as well doing it. You can pretty much do whatever you want when you want. Of course, just do the CBT, get your international driver's permit so you can drive legally in places like Thailand, etc., and then of course always wear a helmet. Now, helmets are optional out here, not by law. By law you have to wear one, but in places like Hotel, people don't wear helmets. I don't really understand why. The reason I say that is because we've seen plenty of motorbike crashes now since we've been out here, and every time they weren't wearing helmets. It's not cool, it's not clever, it's not smart, and you certainly don't look any less pretty with a broken face. Number 5, do your CBT, learn how to drive a moped. Number 4, we're looking at packing lightly. I say this, we have overpacked coming to Asia, so I can safely say you need to pack a bit more lighter. Things like underwear, etc., I'd say probably go more so on. I like wearing foot tops, NBA vests, etc., and as you can imagine there's so many of them out here. Things like socks, I can't remember the last time I wore socks, to be completely honest with you. I'm always wearing Crocs and just my feet. I'd also say as well, things like hats, etc., anything you like to wear in England, don't bring, because the chances are you'll either ruin it, the washing will either shrink it, or they'll just lose it. It just happens. So anything you really like, I wouldn't recommend bringing. For me as a male, I wear a lot of sports tops, just because when it's so hot and you're sweating, wearing like a grey top, generally, just no. I always wear sports tops, as you probably seen in the vlogs. Number 4 is packing lightly. Number 3, sign up to all the apps that Asia has to offer. When I say apps, we're looking at things like Grab, Agoda, Bolt, Food Panda. There's a few others as well. I'll put them on here. I'll pop them on the screen now, just so you can see. Just for the sake of ease, if you download all the apps, sign up to them just using Apple or whatever device you use. That way when you come and land in Bangkok, for example, you can order a Grab straight away. When you get to a new island, you can just get a Grab straight away. There are taxis, but taxis here, they're very hit and miss in terms of how much you're going to get charged. You will find some places don't have Grab, which is what it is. Other places, taxis will charge 10 times more than Grab. Definitely download the app, sign up to them, because it will save you a headache for when you get here. Number 2, be spontaneous. Unless you're only coming for maybe a month or so and you're on a really tight budget, I would definitely say be spontaneous. Get an idea of the route you do want to go. I'll pop a route now on the places that me and Molly went in order. It makes absolutely no sense and we had the best of the time doing it. I would say definitely be spontaneous. It can sometimes be more expensive. For example, when you go into places like the Philippines, you can't really be spontaneous because places sell out, it's slightly more expensive. When you come to Thailand, you can literally rock up on an island and book a hotel the same day. We've loved that freedom to do so. We're currently trying to book the Philippines now, however we're struggling because we have to be adults and we have to plan ahead. But yeah, I'd definitely say be spontaneous because you might like somewhere more than others. We've spent 2 weeks in Langkawi, we've spent 2 weeks in Koh Samui, we spent 2 nights in Koh Phi Phi. It gives you freedom that you need. So if you want to stay somewhere for longer, you can, and if you don't want to stay somewhere for longer, you don't have to, you can just leave. Number 1 is going to be enjoy it. And when I say enjoy it, I mean if you're coming on a budget, you really need to make sure you've got additional money to do these amazing things. For example, if you're going to places like Vang Vieng, as I've said in the previous video, you need to make sure you've got enough money to do things like a hot air balloon or a paramotor. If you're going to Koh Samui to do things like jet skiing, or you're going for the nightclubs and the beach clubs, etc., make sure you've got enough money to do it. There's nothing worse than coming all this way just to spend your time drinking and night clubbing and not actually doing the experiences that you can't do in places like England, etc. So it might be a silly one, might be an obvious one, but budget to enjoy it. We've probably overspent on our budget in certain places. Things like the Philippines, we're actually planning on going more money with, because we know we want to be jumping in canyons. We know we want to be doing jet skis. You know, skydiving would be amazing as well. So we really are going to be overspending in the Philippines, but we're budgeting for that because we want to have fun. So that is top 5 essential tips to do before you come travelling. Of course, there's 101 more tips which I'll put in future videos. But other than that, thank you for watching as always. I hope you enjoyed it. Please give it a like, share and comment. And of course, as always, if you can, please subscribe. All the best, God bless. Ciao, ciao for now.